Hello, hello. How y'all doing? What's going on? Good to see you tonight. Hello. It's good to be here again. Today's Monday. It is, and we are winning. This is like more of more capacity where the stretch is necessary. Perfection is not the measure. Excellence is expected, and maturity is mandatory. Here with you, and wanted to come on and mention something to you. Topic tonight, statement, the thought tonight is get over then. This happened then, when this, then this. Get over then. Y'all, when you begin to move into new territory, it is not going to be comfortable, but there is going to be something within you that will affirm that you are moving in the right direction. Yeah, as you move, that there may be things of comfort that will want you to stay where you are. Keep moving. Think about this. The story of the Israelites as they were leaving captivity. I'm sure they were uncomfortable because they knew that literally the people they were leaving, the Egyptians, their heart was hardened. They were going to follow them. And the story doesn't say that they began to celebrate when the Red Sea was parted. They didn't celebrate until they saw their enemies entrapped in the water that attempted to overtake them. Why does that matter? Because when we're in the thick of it and when we're moving, we don't always appreciate the process. We don't always celebrate the win because we can't see the victory in it. Keep moving. Get over your own thoughts of fear and limitations and why not me and why not now? That's the question. Why not you and why not now? It ain't always going to be easy. Your name may not be the first that's called. Do you believe in yourself? Yeah, I want to know. Do you believe in yourself? Truth be told, you guys, that in this process of growing, it is not always easy to apply what we know to be true about ourselves. I'm guilty. Anybody else? You can always have the answers for someone else and encourage them to keep moving and come on, let's keep moving. But then when it's who you are, when it's your process and you're coming up to a door and you know that you're supposed to knock, something within you that then will say, maybe no, you shouldn't. Get over then and say, you know what? I have enough trust and enough faith in the process of now that I'll knock. Because there's a promise with it. It said, knock, and the door will be open. Seek, and ye shall find. Ask, and you'll get an answer. Do not allow the fear of what's going on now and the lack of control to keep you stuck in a place where you know that you've outgrown it. Whoa, boy. Hi, Myra. How you doing, girl? Good to see you. So proud of you on your journey of what you're doing. Girl, keep dreaming big. It only takes one client literally to turn your entire trajectory and open up a whole new now for you. Keep going forward. But that statement that fear can have you so wanting to be a big fish in a little pond, to be the one because you've made it to a certain plateau, that you don't risk taking the next step and not knowing anything. But that's what capacity is about, literally, regardless of what it may seem like, you'll take a chance on you. I'm glad to know you're doing well, Myra. Think about this story, and I know you guys have probably heard Oprah talk about it, but I love to hear her story and how she says that she betted on herself. When people were attempting to give her these contracts and tell her what her value was and what she was worth, she was like, you know what? You can keep those pennies. I'm going to bet on me. She changed the whole game. You guys probably know her story. If you don't, take some time to look it up. She changed the whole game. She changed the whole game because she said, I'm going to bet on me because my potential has not come forward yet. I am still in this process. And she believed that eyes had not seen and nor had ears heard, nor had it entered into the heart of man. They didn't have a vision for the potential that was within her. So she said, hey, I'm going to bet on me. And that's exactly what she did. She was able to set a new precedence for others to follow. There was no ceiling. She was under floors. It had never been done before. Thank you, Myra. I appreciate that. I really need the encouragement because it's not always easy to keep going. But I know that literally, like you sharing that, if you have an audience of one, she didn't know who she was speaking to. Hi, Sadana. But literally, she set a new precedence. If Oprah wouldn't have bet on herself, if she wouldn't have gotten out of her comfort zone. And the thing is, even with her story, her family didn't believe in her. There was nobody speaking in her ear saying, girl, go forward. You know, there was nobody that looked like her in the realm of what she was going in. Nobody. But she believed in herself. She betted on herself. And she said, I am going to trust me. Now, for those of y'all who know me, I'm a woman of faith. I am. And I know that everything who I am, everything up until this point has been nothing but the grace and the love and the word of God. And I'm grateful for his presence and his power living within me. And I don't take that for granted. God knows I don't. And I also realize is because he says there's greater work for us to do. The world is waiting for the manifestation of the mature, of the sons. We at some point have got to say, I'm not settling for little anymore. I'm not settling for comfort anymore. I'm not listening to the voice of, hey, stay in place and be careful anymore. Have you guys ever been to a point to where you knew you were supposed to leap, but because nobody you knew had been an example that you wouldn't fall or that you wouldn't be caught, that you just didn't do it? You wouldn't go back to school. You wouldn't apply for the position that you might have thought that you did not qualify for, right? You didn't go and keep going to the bank until you found a yes so that you could fund your business. You didn't start your own business. You didn't, whatever it is, whatever. God's just so much. But time out for playing small. Y'all, I know that we're in the middle of a pandemic, but there's still a promise attached to it. Every time there is a famine, somebody is an answer. That right there got good to me. I felt that thing. God Almighty. Every time there's a famine, the Lord is raising up strategically answers. And the thing is it very well might be you. But we have a mouth like this. Won't say a word. Won't fill out an application. Won't look for a new house. Another thing, we talked about Oprah for a minute, but what about Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett, for those of you who are familiar with him, I'm sure you are, he is a genius when it comes to wealth. He owns Geico. I am by day in insurance, so, but he says that when everybody else is saving, that's the time to spend. And when everybody is spending, that's the time to save. So right now, a lot of people are clenched because they're not sure what they're going to do from day to day and what their next meal is going to be and what the economy is going to do. So they're closing up. But I say, search, ask, and listen for the answer. Because while everybody is clenched fist, I bet you there's somebody else digging ditches. Because eventually it's going to rain. It's going to happen. Get over then. Yeah, once that happened and when that happened and back then, forget over that. For now, unto him that is able to keep us from falling. But why are we going to fall if we're not moving, if we're not doing, if we're not jumping, if we're not leaping, taking some form of risk? And I know some people are risk takers, and sometimes with strategy, and you got to have everything and check off the boxes. Do something, y'all. If nothing else, but during this time, realize that time is moving. We would have never thought that we would have been in the house for 8 months. Time is moving. Sometimes we don't know what day it is. Time is moving. What are you waiting for? Gosh, what are you waiting for? Because Sedana and Myra and whomever else is in the room, hi Instagram, somebody is waiting for you. And not just customers or, clients, but your legacy. Do you realize that like once we start moving in our own purpose and what we're created for, that literally legacy is going to line up? We don't have to worry about that. That when we start moving in what we know that we are intended to do, it's not for likes, y'all. It's not for any of that. It is literally out of obedience and trusting God. This is what you said, and I'm going to line up with it. And when I line up with it, you have no other choice, Father. Abba, you said. And he's like, oh yeah, I did. So now I will do. Don't wait. Don't wait. One other example. We were sitting here last night watching Homecoming. I know you've probably seen it. I think I've seen it twice. But that daggone Beyonce, I guess Sasha, whichever name she wants to be called, she is bad. And my daughter told me, she said, Mommy, you realize that she bought the rights to the show. That's another one. I was like, that was genius. Again, she was like, I know my value. I know my worth. Yeah. Coachella, you can pay me, but you can't pay me what I'm worth. I know how to take my craft and still put everything in it and put it so to where not only will they call this by my name, they'll change the whole name for me, but I'll be able to take all my hours, all my sweat, all my tears and own it. I ain't giving you nothing. I'm betting on myself. And what did she do? She did it, and she created something that nobody had ever done. She did it on her own terms. And my gosh, did she do it. Woo! We have the same number of minutes in a day as all of those people. And all they are, same way with people before us. They're just examples. And we can be an example too. What do you dream about? It's rhetorical. Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop dreaming. Gather your family, gather your husband, gather your children, and remind them, yeah, it ain't comfortable, but don't stop dreaming, because it ain't over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. Our latter shall be greater. We have 40 days left before 2021? It ain't over. And I am so excited. Will you be excited with me? I am so excited that there's still an opportunity. And I still believe that God is going to blow my mind. Remember this. Every time, whatever is set up for your detriment is usually set up for your elevation. Every time. Whatever is set up for your detriment is also used for your elevation. No matter what, there's a lesson in it. There's wisdom in it. There's maturity in it, and that's mandatory. Yeah. Get over then. There's a promise waiting for you today. Let's take hold of it together. Let's put our hands on it. Let's put our words on it. Change our mind around it. Yep, all day long. Will you be my accountability partner? If I get on here and I start talking crazy, like, no, pull it back in. Pull it back in. I'll do the same for you. It's time, y'all. Let's do it. So here we go. Next 40 days, you guys are going to see and hear some things. Please know that we have a partnership with Vogue Me. And somewhere on the screen, and then probably tonight, you'll also see where the partnership is there. Please, if you know somebody to wear specs, wear specs. Share the link with them and partner with us to push it forward. If you have FSA, if you have FSA, I know, what is that? The Family Savings Account. So grateful for that card. They'll take that too. But Vogue Me partnered now with more capacity in Lake Moore. We'd love to see you there and styling with us. Tomorrow night, also on my personal page, Lake Moore, the official book launch of The Pearl in Every Girl at 7:00. It's a great time to purchase books. These are stories of phenomenal women. They're called pearls. We're all called pearls, but giving our stories and what would we say to the little girl to bridge her over. There's so many words. You guys have words that you wish you could have said to the little girl in you, or things that you share with your daughter. That's what we did. We wrote stories to that little girl to say, look, honey, there's a day when you're going to be able to get over then and be like, my God, straighten your crown and celebrate now. Okay, celebrate the you that you are becoming and that you will continue to become. But if you're able, please join me tomorrow at 7:00. Thank you for being here. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. While everybody and things around us, there are ceilings that are being shattered. There are. Yeah. But there's some ceilings in our own personal life. It's good to see the big stage, but there's some ceilings in our own personal life that we need shattered. Yeah, because we can do all things. All things are possible. All we have to do is believe. I'm Lake Moore. I'm more capacity. Y'all, this journey, it is a stretch, but God knows it's necessary. Perfection, it ain't the measure. Please remember, maturity is mandatory. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful evening, and Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow. See ya.